Quick intro. I'm at Seaworld Orlando. We got a concert tonight. We got the famous Lee Greenwood. Gotta figure out how to get in this place. For those that may not know, Lee Greenwood was made famous with the song God Bless the USA.
Thank you. Terrific song written by three writers in Nashville that were very important to my career. Mary Kennedy and Pam Rose, two great singers who sang with my road show for a few years and all of the first 10 albums. And Don Goodman was an established writer in Nashville, and that was our second record. As we go through the show, I'm actually going to play our very first record for you that we ever had more than 40 years ago. As we've been touring now for 40 years across this country. Speaking of those wonderful three writers, they wrote this song the same afternoon that I'll sing for you. And while we were touring with my friends, the Oak Ridge Boys, it went number one.
Yeah.
We would sing to the rhythm of that front porch swing. The moonlight was a spotlight that we shared. I found new notes on this old guitar. She believed I could be a star. She told me that she wanted to be fair. And she said, I'll love alone and hold you down. For you glory bound, we can't share a world of different dreams. So I chased mine, and she found hers too. Someone else made hers come true. Now I'm a star, but every time I sing, my heart goes drifting down the dusty Dixie road, taking my mind back in time. LA lights burn like hell. I want you to know. Just not there. She's back there in Montgomery, and I'm clear across the country. But whenever I'm alone, I go back there. My heart goes down the dusty Dixie road. I take my mind back in time. LA lights burn like hell. I want you to know. nice hand, would you? Electric guitar player, he will be featured throughout the show. He's the soloist on most of the songs we have. He's from South Carolina, Mr. Chris Cottrell. Give him a nice hand. Touring. We've been doing this for a long time, and I never get tired of singing for the fans. I never get tired of your applause and your participation in our show. I want to thank you. I don't know where you all are from. You're visiting Seaworld today from some other place, or just here in the Florida. How many Floridians here tonight?
It's a Florida.
We got a place in Florida. It's over on the beach. Don't get there enough. We do live in Tennessee. And Nashville's been my home now since 1979. And a lot of people say, are you from there? I said, no, I am from the South. However, sir, I am from Southern California. That's okay, I don't go back there anymore. I don't have to, they're all in Nashville. They keep coming, it's like a horde, you know, like all the rats are leaving the ship. Good grief. California is such a mess, I tell you. I don't know if you get a chance to know what we tour in. We tour in a big bus. It's not like a Greyhound. It has bunks in it where you can sleep. So the last 3 days we were in Great Tennessee at the Appalachian Fair. Last night we were at the Alabama Theatre in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Here tonight and home tomorrow in Nashville. That's how far we go each night, up to about 800 miles if we're going west. If you're going east, it's about 600. And my driver is sleeping right now, so he can drive us as soon as we get done with our show. So that's our touring life. I will tell you about the bus, though, how interesting it is. You haven't seen it probably because it's parked up behind the theater, but what it says on it, ABC Supply presents Lee Greenwood on tour. Now the reason it says that is because I have a tour sponsor. In the old days in Detroit, in Motown, between the Supremes and the Temptations in Florida, they had what was called tour support. They paid for everything that they did, and they gave them a salary. So that ended during that era. But the company, ABC Supply, is all red, white, and blue, conservative American company.
Hell yeah.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they take care of my touring costs, and I'm proud to put their name on my bus, I will tell you. It's not just my name, I also have a big picture on the side of it. It took about 25 years ago, and it's a beautiful picture. And so I have to tell you, we're a diesel. So you probably know that, most of the guys know that. Like a truck, we have to, y'all go to Buc-ee's? See, I told you, it's a new phenomenon. You know, it's like, I love the barbecue too. It's like, yeah, we go in there and they're all, it's funny they sing this little song, I forget what it is, but they like whip it up, you know, and they go, oh, barbecue, oh, okay, I'll have some of that, you know. So our bus pulls into a truck stop where the trucks fuel, not where the cars fuel. And it's a big deal because the middle of the night, that's about the only time I'm going to see some of my friends from Nashville, is in the middle of the night at 2 in the morning at a truck stop. I promise you, I've seen everybody. Charlie Pride, Loretta Lynn, Tammy Wynette, the Gatlin Brothers, the Oak Ridge Boys, Alabama, all during the night. We'll run and see, hey man, how's things? We spend about 15 minutes back in the bus and down the road we go. And people would request songs, and I knew most of them, but then there was this one song. And when they requested it, it was like, okay, try to put my heart in it. So here it is. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Never have I sang a song with less feeling than that one. But we did survive, and through all those times in Nevada, until my career hit in Nashville. And what took me to Nashville was the next song I'll play for you. Written by Dave Loggins from Bristol, Tennessee, singer, writer, musician, fantastic artist. And this is his song. I think you'll recognize it. It was a #1 hit. For the springtime.
Wow. Heck yeah.
Stay near some friends and they've got lots of room. You could sell your paintings on the sidewalk. Buy a cafe where I hope to be working soon. come to Boston, she said, no. Will you come home to me? And she said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Please come to Denver for the snowfall. Moving to the mountains so far we can't be found. Trouble of you echoes down the canyons, and like a wicked night till they come back around. Please come to Denver, she said, no. Will you come home to me? And she said, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Now the this world goes round and round, and I doubt if they will stop. Somebody I can sing to. Please come to LA to live forever. Been in California too long, it's too hard to leave. I live in a house that looks out over the ocean. Yeah, some stars fell from the sky, living up on the hill. Please come to LA, she just said no. Will you come home to me? She said, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? LA ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold, there ain't nobody like I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Smoky Mountain rain keep falling. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's so artistic. Yeah, thank you. It's artistic when we do that stuff, and I couldn't do it alone. Believe me, I love traveling with this band. This is the American Spirit Band, and I've already introduced our guitar player. Let me introduce a couple more of the guys to you. The voices are important to me. I was raised in the First Baptist Church, and I love harmonies, and these guys are unbelievable. Not just great players, they're great singers. First of all, my acoustic player from Oklahoma, Mr. Dave Smith. I'm a band leader who sings also in all the low parts. He's a fantastic singer, but great musician. He's from Paducah, Kentucky, Mr. Doug Carter. I was thinking how many years that you've been on my show. It's more than 20, but
24.
24?
Yeah,
okay.
My first show with you was 3 days after 9/11.
That's right. Yeah, right after. And that was an interesting time for us to bond as Americans. My drummer's on the second night with us tonight, or third night. We actually didn't play the first night, but 3 songs. So we got lightning struck in the Appalachian Fair, and we had to terminate our show. Had a good show last night at Nautilus Theatre, and I'm telling you, he's fantastic. He's a Nashville musician, and he has been with me many years before. We played the Opry several times together, but I'm glad he's back with us now. Please welcome Keith Dudak on drums. And last but not least, this handsome young devil on bass. He's been with us just now 2 years, as he turned 22 just the other day. And he's single. He's just the most wonderful human being. And by the way, he's an artist, because when we're going down the road on a bus, he uses watercolors, and he has portrait, and he actually draws some paintings. We've got several of his paintings on the bus. As soon as you leave my show, I'm going to sell those, by the way. I take possession because you did that while you're on my bus. I'm just kidding. His parents are also fine musicians in Branson, Missouri, and that's where he's from. Welcome Captain Sidley on bass. Well, I love what I do, and I told somebody the other day, I said I love the fact that I was raised with rhythm and blues and jazz and gospel. I went to Nashville, Tennessee, and I learned a whole different kind of music, country. Actually, my show, if you go in and find it on YouTube, my first performance at Austin City Limits was with Ray Charles. And so when I look at the history of our music, I always am endeared by where we are now as a touring country artist. So let's play something that'll play every Saturday night at the Grand Ole Opry. Here is Rocky Top.
Yes!
Give it to me.
Let's go Vols. Play Rocky Top. It's officially a concert.
Woo! Nice hand, American Spirit Band. Come on, y'all. My wife and I have been married 33 years.
Fantastic.
I found out when she was going to college, before we met, she used to play my cassettes in her red Camaro going to college. And I said, what was your favorite song? She said, out of all the albums I've heard you record since we've been married and before we were married, this is it. Come, let me hold you for a while. All you have smile, and I'm yours again. Oh, I may not like some things you do, but they're all a part of you. And honey, you're my best friend. I don't mind the cold when I have a fire to warm me. I don't mind the rain, 'cause it makes the flowers grow. I can take the bad times when you wrap your love around me. I don't mind the thorns when you're the rose. Stay, we can work this whole thing out. That's what love's about. And I understand you didn't mean the things you said. You're so easy to forget when you take my hand. Oh yeah, I don't mind the cold when I have a fire to warm me. I don't mind the rain, 'cause it makes the flowers grow. I can take the bad times when you wrap your love around me. I don't mind the thorns when you're the rose. If it was anybody else, I would be gone. You're so beautiful to me, and I keep on holding on. I don't mind the cold when I have a fire to warm me. I don't mind the rain, 'cause it makes the flowers grow. I can take the bad times when you wrap your love around me. I don't mind the thorns when you're the rose. I don't mind the thorns when you're the rose. Thank you, fans, for that number one hit.
Hell yeah.
That's for you, Kenny. So, I have a few musical instruments that I played while I was in high school. I actually played in the drum and bugle corps for the American Legion. I was a drum major from a high school marching band. I played timpani in the symphony orchestra and sang in the choir. And after all of the instruments that I played in order to get my musical theory degree while I was still in high school, this instrument is my favorite. Mike, would you please bring me my saxophone? I feel like it's an award. How you doing? How's the wife? Okay. We got to have some small talk. Okay. He never misses. So I have some very good friends here from Leesburg, Florida. And not just good friends, I mean very good friends. Long time. The co-writer of my very first book that I ever wrote called A Biography of a Song, Gwen Macklin, is here with us. And her husband, my mentor, Walt Macklin, is not with us, unfortunately. Her daughter, Shannon's here, and her daughter, Cameron, is here. So 3 generations in front. And they remember, I think, when I went in your house many times, I'm going to sit and play the piano. And I think you probably remember me playing this song, which became the title of that album in 1985. Here is You've Got a Good Love Coming. Guys, please. Thank you, Mike. How's things? Okay, good, cool. Nice talking to you. 40 years, my tech from Cincinnati, Ohio. Mr. Mike Thaman. Can you believe we've been together that long? I remember when his beard was not white. Oh, fine. He said, remembers when I had hair. That's it. Thanks a lot.
Shots fired.
All right, there's a few songs that stand out in my career. And I'll try to hit some of the highlights as we go through the show. The next one, I think, is more important than most of them because not only was there a video on this when CMT really wanted it. There was only 2 videos we made in the early days. One was called Home to Alaska, and I wrote it for the Alaska National Guard when they flew us on our USO tour in the Persian Gulf. And I made a video, and CMT has it, so you can look that up and find it, Home to Alaska. The other one is this one, and the reason this song is really important to me, written by Kerry Chater and Austin Roberts, 2 fine writers who got multiple awards for different songs. This one won us a Grammy. So here's our Grammy-winning song, I Owe You. Change your life forever. Wait, stop. So, when an artist says, I won a Grammy for this one, when they start singing, the audience breaks into this rapturous applause. And it throws off your timing if you don't do that. So. Let's try that again. I'm not singing yet. You have to listen. You believe that I've changed your life forever, and you're never gonna find another somebody like me. You wish you had more than just a lifetime to give back all I've given you, and that's what you believe. I owe you the sunlight in the morning and the night of honest loving. The time can't take away. The sweetest debt I'll ever have to pay. Yeah. Hey, I'm amazed when you say it's begun before. You know what I'm holding you. You're right where you belong, and my love. Help and smile with wonder when you tell me all I've done for you, 'cause I've done all along. I owe you the sunlight in the morning and the night of honest loving. The time can't take away. I owe you more than life, more than ever. I know boy. Trying hard, but always making it easy. Hearts are made to bring them made to love. Hearts are made to bring them made to love.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's make it a channel. Taking turns staring at each other all night. Our eyes are saying things our bodies just won't deny. Now there's only one thing on my mind. It's getting you in these awful lines. 'Cause once we touch you, baby, we both know it won't be touch and go. It's gonna be touch and go crazy. It's gonna be touch and go out of our time. There'll be no one left to heal our minds when we come to touch before we die. It's gonna be touch and go crazy. Yeah. It's a crowded room, girl, it's just too risky to dance. Cause I'm holding you, this thing could get out of hand. There's no controlling a feeling this strong. We gotta go where we're all alone. 'Cause once we touch, baby, we both know it won't be touch and go. It's gonna be touch and go crazy. It's gonna be touch and go out of our time. There'll be no holding back the heat of the light when we come to touch before we die. Oh, baby, it's gonna be touch and go crazy. It won't be touch and go. It's gonna be touch and go crazy. It's gonna be touch and go out of mind. No holding back the heat of the night when we come to touch before we die. Oh, baby, it's gonna be touch and go crazy. It's gonna be touch and go out of mind. No holding back the heat of the night when we come to touch before we die. Oh, baby, it's gonna be touch and go crazy.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for that. I used to love to dance, and we danced a lot in Vegas, a lot of the shows, Reno and Lake Tahoe. I was so grateful for my country music career, I didn't have to do that again. But that song was rather interesting. It went #1 while we were touring with Alabama, and we're touring with them again now. And come to find out, this will be Randy Owens' last year to sing as an act, as a country act, which sold more records than any other country act ever in the history of country music. And we toured with them for 2.5 years. The songs that were presented, they didn't write. They just sang them and sang them very well. They represented, of course, the heart of the South, Alabama. American Spirit Band, please. Very nice. All right, here's another one of our country hits, most recent. They say love is a gamble you can win or lose. Well, I kept the claim the day I found you. Now the cards are in the favor and I'm gonna play them right. You're the one I'm waiting for. I'm gonna hold on to you tonight. remember that? Was that the show with the guy that was the rocket guy? What's his name? No. In the movies, he had wings that he would fly. No, the sci-fi movie where he. Yeah. Anyway, right in the movie where he's about to get killed, and he takes the guy's arm off, and the guy says, "Oh," and he says, "Want to take a minute?" All right. Let me work on that. Okay. I'll get back to you.
Well-oiled machine.
Just, sometimes we want to keep the show a little loose. It's not so well-oiled. So let me present to you another saxophone. This is sort of a tragedy because this is the same saxophone as the one I played earlier, but my wife put it in the washer and dryer. Here you have it. Actually, I'm going to accompany myself in this next song on it, and with a little bit of a serious note. After 9/11, if you all are old enough to remember, of course, the terrorist attack in New York, Washington, D.C., and the plane that went down in Pennsylvania, it was a tragic moment for all of us. My dad had his crisis in World War II. This was mine. And I remember distinctly as we watched the film on TV as the 3,000 Americans died. We went back to Yankee Stadium and sang with Bette Midler and Mark Anthony for the Firemen's Memorial, where 300 were killed. Well, they weren't killed then, they were killed prior. And we went to the stadium to honor them and their families. We also went to Carnegie Hall to honor the policemen that were killed. There were more than 100 cops. And then the fourth game of the World Series for the Yankees and Diamondbacks, just to show the rest of the world that the terrorists are not going to take away our lifestyle, which is sports. We love sports. And I remember coming out and singing. I had a very serious tone about it. And I remember all the people who were there. There were police everywhere, highway patrolmen, there were firemen honoring their fallen brothers. And I made an awful lot of friends during that period of time. We were back there for 4 years and honored the orphans that had lost parents in the trade towers. And so I'm going to sing this next song for you. It became one of our hits in England, not in the United States, only because it was on the same album as my Grammy winner, IOU, and we couldn't release it until it had been recorded by the other artists, and it was too late. But it did become the name of my English album, and I'm going to give you my version. And we dedicate this to first responders, police, fire, paramedics, security.
Thank you, Lee. Appreciate it, my friend.
Here is the wind beneath my wings.
Oh, man.
Must have been colder in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You've been content to let me shine. You've always walked a step behind. I was the one with all the glory. You were the one with all the strength. Yeah, yeah. Only your face without a name. I never once heard you complain. Thank you so much. I remember those times in New York and the year that followed. And we constantly reflected on all of that. The time that I was in New York, I remember I took the time and traded
the whole Greyhound decided to leave
Ellis Island and reminisced a little bit about all the Americans that came ashore there. And then I saw Lady Liberty still standing in the harbor. They didn't get that. And I'm so happy. And so this next song is a tribute to the Statue of Liberty. Oh, and all who see her knows she stands for liberty for you and I. And I'm so proud to be called an American, to be named with the brave and the free. In God, oh, and the Statue of Liberty. From my 1992 album, American Patriot, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of our America, and to the republic for which it stands. It's one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. See, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flags, the pledge to the ideals of our forefathers, the men and women who fought and died in the building of this great country. It's a pledge to fulfill our duties and obligations as citizens of the United States and to uphold the very principles of our Constitution. Last but not least, it's a pledge to maintain four simple freedoms cherished by all Americans: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom from want, and God help us, freedom from fear. So proud to be called an American, to be named with the brave and the free. Oh, military, here is Stars Strike and the Statue. Let's honor our veterans tonight, how about it? Honor our veterans. But if you ask me where I come from, here's when I tell everyone I was born by God's new grace in this extraordinary place. Oh, we're the stars and stripes. why things live, why things die. You kill the spiders, you save a sparrow. We had chickens, we had cows. We just had everything. Oh, I didn't have much, but I didn't know it. And that's okay. Finding the earth in your hands, the ground, is what farmers do. They don't do it for the money. When you get into real estate, some of the big farms, they have the combines. That's not the farmers I know. The farmers I know, when the sun came up, they were already out working. And they were working when the sun already went down. And that's what we did. Maybe that was the catalyst for me writing this song, which I had no idea at the time it would be so meaningful to so many. But I will tell you, it's just about being who I am, an American. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and I can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave them right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. Sing it. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit to Houston, and New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the Thank you so very much for coming tonight. Believe in America. Thank you to our military. And thank you, God. Thank you, Seaworld, and all of the staff. You've been terrific. Thank you so much.
What an amazing show.
You got the pulse. Thank you, Ron. Good luck. I hope you get that championship for you and your dad there.
Let's talk about that Lee Greenwood concert, shall we? Unbelievable. Holy cow, that was excellent. I had no idea. I really didn't. Like half the song he sang, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that one. I had no idea. He sang the song IOU. I know that one. Like he sang some of his songs from his album American Patriot, which I do have that. I actually have it in the car right now. And to hear Proud to Be an American live, that was incredible. And he sang Aaron Tippin's song, The Stars and Stripes and The Eagle Flies. That's a great song. Also, I got something to show you when I get in the car. Got a little souvenir from the stage. Stand by. Check this out, y'all. Is this not cool or what? I mean, it's even got Lee Greenwood on the top of it. It's got the date. It's got all the songs he sang. Everything's on there. Really cool. So I'm going to find a very, very nice frame for this. And I'm going to put this one with my Sarah Evans set list that I got on my birthday back in February. I love getting those set lists because it's just one of those souvenirs that it's like you're taking a little piece of the show home with you. And I will tell you this, Lee Greenwood put on an amazing show. This is my first time ever seeing him. And I told a couple of the crew members that we were making small talk with. And then I met a really nice gentleman who was getting a picture signed. I guess he had his picture taken with Lee Greenwood a while back at one of the other shows. And so they were taking care of that for him. Everybody at that show was just super nice. Wherever Lee Greenwood goes around the state, I will go and see his show. That was unbelievable. I am absolutely floored at how good that was. Walking in there, you know, obviously I know a lot of his patriotic songs in that, and of course, God Bless the USA. One of my favorite versions of that was when he did that at the Republican National Convention when they welcomed Donald Trump to the stage. That was really cool. So I've always wanted to hear that song in person, and to hear that song live with him on stage singing it, and then the whole crowd just getting into it. It just makes you feel good to be an American. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoy this one. This was a lot of fun. All right, everybody, it's been the truth. It's been actual. Hope all you concert country music fans and Lee Greenwood fans found this mighty satisfactual. See ya. Fire Medic Adventures out.